Hi, so this is a little video that we have on protocols. And so protocols are an important part of your project. One of the things that it is it's a function of a systematic review or scoping review. It is very important for that, and it requires you time to spend in planning your project or your search. So if you are doing a systematic or scoping review for this project, it is really important that you fill out this protocol, but it also works for other types of reviews and other types of projects that you might be doing for this course. So take the time to look at the protocol form and fill it out. It's probably going to really help you quite a bit. So like I said, it requires time. You're going to put in a bunch of work at the beginning, but it's going to save you time in the end, and it's going to really help you focus with your project. And so you need to do some background work and research to fully understand how you're going to tackle this project. So what does that mean? That means you're going to meet with your team and advisor, and you're going to fully hash out that project. And if you have the form there with you and you're looking at the components of the form, it's going to help with that whole process. What you get in the end is you end up with a clear vision of what your project and search is all about. So in a bit, I'll show you where to find that form, but first I want to talk about a couple of things that you will need to do. And this is some of your background work before we start to review the actual protocol form. So one of the things that you will want to do is you're going to have probably an initial discussion, and so you have a basic idea of what you're looking for. So you want to do a quick search on that to see if there are any articles on your topic. It doesn't have to be a fancy search yet. That is something we'll get to a little bit later, but you're going to want to find those articles and study those articles. You will need to know the subject headings that were used to describe the articles. And this is a little bit more in-depth and you're getting into the article itself, but it's going to help you understand your project and what you're looking for, the topics, the exact concepts, and it's something that is required in the protocol form. So you're going to do that. There is another short video in this tutorial about finding subject headings. You can review that particular video if you need a review of finding subject headings. If you remember from last term or from Brian's class when we went over subject headings, great, go with it. You don't need to view that video. So let's review the protocol form. And I'm going to hopefully find it. And if I look off to the side here, I'm just, that's where second screen is, and I'm going with that stuff. So hopefully this, you see the protocol form, and it's pretty straightforward. One of the things that you're going to want to do is just replace all these italicized sections with your own information. You can see it's pretty straightforward. We're looking for project title, review, the question that you're looking at. Or do you have any background questions? You need to understand that. Here is the whole PICO thing again. It's going to help you identify those concepts. And if you are, when you are meeting with me to discuss your project in the search, if you give this to me and I see that you filled this all out, I have a really good understanding of what you're looking for and can help you in a very effective and efficient manner. So fill out that PICO stuff. What are some of the main outcomes, study designs, project start date, project completion date, that's important. If you're actually doing a systematic or scoping review for this project, put that information in here because it may mean that I'm going to tailor some of the information that I give you when we meet so that you can actually do an effective scoping or systematic review. List all the databases, take a look at the database sections in the help page, the PT 7500 assignment help page. Which ones best meet your needs? Here's that subject heading keywords that you need to identify. You may be doing a great literature search for your project, and you don't necessarily need to do one, but that's something you need to discuss with your advisor. But if you were going to be doing a great literature search, you need to take a look at, what types of internet resources, things that are considered great literature, what are you going to look at and list those things? It's important to have a very well-defined list of what you're looking for. And I can help you identify some of those as well. Project details, what sort of things do you want to look at? Is it just randomized control trials, that sort of things? think about those things, look at those and write them down. What sort of articles are you not interested in? This is going to help you decide as you're going through your lists of results, what to exclude based on the type of article it is. So it could be things like case studies, languages, etc. And finally, there is list the softwares and tools that you'll be using for this project. Are you going to be using a reference management system like Zotero or EndNote, or are you going to be using a screening tool like Covidence or AN? Put those things in there. If you don't need to necessarily have that information right at the beginning, but it is going to be helpful when it comes to eventually finishing your project, and we can discuss that later. So yeah, I think that's all that you need to know. So take a look at the other sections of this tutorial and good luck with your protocol.